Today marks the 10th day of fighting in the Gaza Strip, and explosions have claimed the lives of more than 550 Palestinians. Hamas began firing rockets into Israel over a land dispute. Meanwhile, Israel set up a blockade in Gaza, leaving more than 1 million Palestinian refugees without food and water. As the conflict in the Middle East continues, Jacqueline Mazer talked with the president of the local chapter of Americans and Palestinians for Peace to find out what Quad Cityans can do to help end the violence in Gaza. Jacqueline?
Tambry, John DeBeat, the president of Americans and Palestinians for Peace, says the bombings in Gaza must stop. He says Palestinians, Israelis, and Quad Cityans must join forces and take a stand for humanity. Heavy fighting erupted in and around Gaza City as Hamas is putting up a stiff resistance to advancing Israeli forces. And the president of Americans and Palestinians for Peace says now is the time for Quad Cityans to speak out against the violence.
As Palestinians or as Israelis in the Quad City area or anywhere in the United States, we want them to quit the violence. We want them to put an end to that violence, and as a result of that, we want them to sit together and achieve a lasting and just peace.
And Sue Dravis, a Middle Eastern humanitarian for peace, says harmony can only be achieved in the Middle East when people set aside their differences and come together as one human family.
It's not a Democratic thing, it's not a Republican thing, but it's very important that we speak to them and let them know that human rights trumps militaries, and it trumps devastation, and it trumps bombs.
Still, the most important message DeBeat and Dravis want to get out is for Quad Cityans to take an active role in bringing about justice to the Middle East.
We are not asking them to be pro-Palestinians. We are asking them to be neutral. We are asking them to be objective. We are asking them to look at the issue and not take any side, but to help solve this problem.
Dravis says the best thing you can do to get involved is to speak to your congressman about the Gaza bombings. She hopes people will encourage lawmakers to use tax dollars for humanitarian aid. Jacqueline Mazer, CBS 4 News.
The recession is taking a toll on business.